This week we worked on primarily a conversation about and around, within and also outside Edouard Glissant's work, his philosophy and his contributions to Black thought. Our explorations, I found them very interesting because the four of us were able to come at the conversation from very different trajectories. And also, if you take Mantia, Fred, and Stefan and myself, from three different ways of engaging with Glissant's work, and then at the same time with our own contributions to Black thought. The conversation unfolded very nicely, and it was also fun. We were able to laugh, to stop and think. The students were very engaged. I was very happy with it because it didn't feel like the usual graduate seminar in which students are always afraid of being wrong or of doing something. I think this week we also worked on a different classroom style, which I found very generative for all of us. So in a way, we also worked on, the possibility. I mean, we enacted a different way of being in the classroom, both in terms of it being a conversation, four people in the room, but also in the ways in which the students interacted with it. Yeah. Okay. So why am I here now at this moment? There are two moments in this story. The one is the friends and who have taught here, like Karen Barrett, and also friends who have studied here. And I was always curious about what is this place, which is a university, but the way it works doesn't sound like my experience in the university, both as a student and also as an instructor, as a teacher. But what brought me here was Mantia's and Fred's idea of actually having a conversation between the four of us around the work of Edouard Glissant. So that's primarily, and then of course I accepted the invitation because I wanted to come and see how it was.
What do you think is the value of a place like this?
Well, I think intellectually, and it may sound a bit abstract, but I think we need intellectual spaces in which both those who are in the position of the instructor and those who are in the position of the students have a chance to engage with ideas without the constraints of the usual graduate program at some kind of university, which actually has so many things going on, both structurally, but also the dynamics that they organize, the students concerned with their grades, instructors worried about whether or not what they are teaching would fit within their given discipline, or with what other instructors are teaching. But then if you come to an interdisciplinary space, in which just by looking at the roster of instructors, you see folks coming from all different places, and then from different disciplines, but also like myself, from an interdisciplinary practice. That's absolutely exciting and unique, and the same for the students. When the students were introducing themselves, it's like, wow, how do you manage to bring all those different people with different interests and so intellectually sophisticated into this? And the reason it is because that there are so many of us who need this kind of spaces. It's like a rest from this university structure and its constraints.